Okay, so this is the grammar video for prepositions. We're just going to go over the basics today, and then later on through this course or in a later course, you guys will find out more about the other prepositions. So first of all, a preposition is a word that shows the position or direction in a sentence. Some examples of prepositions, specifically the ones that you guys should be focusing on in this chapter and this section. First we have auf. And auf is used to say on when you're talking about horizontal surfaces, and onto for horizontal surfaces. We also have in, and obviously in means in or into. And then we have an, and an is used as on for vertical surfaces. It's used for at, and it's also used sometimes to say to. Now, with prepositions in German, we have different cases, obviously, and there are prepositions that use certain cases. So it's a little different than English and possibly a little bit more difficult. There are several different categories of these, and the first is accusative prepositions, which only use the accusative case, dative prepositions, which only use the dative case, two-way prepositions, and these could be either accusative or dative. It depends on what you're trying to say. And then we have genitive prepositions, which use only the genitive case, and you guys haven't learned that yet and won't learn it for a while. Because we're just starting with the basics, we're going to learn actually two-way prepositions. These are prepositions that are going to be used either in the accusative or dative, so it depends, and you will figure that out in a second. Three prepositions we're going to be using are an, auf, and in, which are the three that I just went over. And these can be complicated, but it's only because they require some extra thought. I don't think it's too difficult if you just understand what you're trying to say. So the differences are that we use the accusative case when the preposition is indicating some sort of motion. So that's like saying onto, into, or to. The example is Ich stelle Salat auf das Brot. So I am putting lettuce onto the bread. That motion of placing it there is why we're using the accusative case. The dative case is used when the preposition is indicating position. So we have on, in, at, things like that. The example here is Ich habe Salat auf dem Brot, which means I have lettuce on the bread. So you can see the difference there between onto and on. One is showing motion, the other is just position. It's there. So these are some practice sentences with two-way prepositions. I'm going to let the video play for about 10 seconds, but then I encourage you to pause it before the answers show up. After about 10 seconds here, they're going to show up. So make sure that you pause the video to try these, and then you can resume to get the answers. So in number one, you can see that we have into the room. So we're going to use in das Zimmer. It shows the motion. The accusative case is motion. Number two, we have she has bananas on the bread, and that one we have sie hat Bananen auf dem Brot. We're using dative because it is position. Number three, die Flagge ist an der Wand. Again, this is dative case because it's position. It's not on to, it's on. And we also have a vertical surface, which is why we're using an, not auf. Number four, we have der Junge klettert auf den Schreibtisch. Here, climbing onto the desk, it's showing some motion, so we're using the accusative case with the masculine noun Schreibtisch. So therefore, we're using auf. A desk is a horizontal surface, and den, the accusative masculine article. Number five, we have wir haben Eis in dem Becher. And this time we're using the dative case because the ice cream is just in the cup. It's not going into the cup. We're not putting it into the cup. It's just position. So it's dative. And that's wir haben Eis in dem Becher. All right. So one last thing for you to remember is Moak Podat. It's pretty short. It kind of rhymes. And basically all that it means is motion is accusative, position is dative. So this one little rhyme, if you will, should help you remember it. Just remember moac podat.